You want to hear it again?
Yeah!
I did tell them. I said, if you play it right, you will get a yeehaw. Thank you for that. Say never lie. Interesting enough, we've all heard that song, probably somewhere on the radio, maybe at a sporting event, especially if you watch like Major League Sports. It's a traditional folk song, actually, from the South. It's brought up from the South. Interesting enough, they told me what it was about. Somebody researched it. I can't tell you. You can ask them when you get home. Okay? We hear it all the time. Weird. The next song is a beautiful, beautiful song. This was written by our composer, Daryl Johnson, who we had come in. Both songs that I picked, Paragliding for the junior high and Waltz and Chaconne for the senior high, were songs to challenge him. He sent us several to read through, and then we were to pick something to work out with him and then send the rest back. And I picked the two hardest songs. And playing through it, we agreed that we wanted these two songs as well. When he came, my envision was that it wouldn't be quite perfect yet, and that he would have the opportunity to work. I didn't want him to just conduct what I had put together. I wanted the opportunity to really work with the composer. So I didn't push him like I would for a concert, and I think it's fair to say we fell short of my expectations. So we had a great experience with the composer, and that was definitely well used. But I don't know that we really impressed him that much when he was here as far as our preparation and playing. So we had a little learning opportunities in more than one aspect for that. This was quite a challenging song, and we put it together. It's beautiful. I hope they play it well for you tonight, because it is absolutely beautiful. I enjoy it. I was doubting my pick earlier, and now it's my favorite one on the program. It is in 2 movements, so if you can just hold your applause to the end, and we'll have the waltz, which is kind of a traditional dance, and then the chakan. This was Waltz of Chakan by Dale Johnson. the sake of beauty is enough in itself. And I know that was a pretty intellectual piece, and maybe not your favorite, and that's certainly okay, but it's something that had to be played, and it was a really good experience for us to work on, and hopefully it was a good experience for you to listen to tonight. There are some announcements in the program I just want to bring your attention to before we close here this evening. On Monday, we have a Memorial Day with the Senior High Band. Following that Tuesday, May 30th, is the band banquet. Everybody's invited, any of you that would like to attend. We do recognize many of our outstanding students through concert, jazz, and marching band programs. You can see the information there and where that is held. And also graduation, both junior high and senior high bands will be participating in graduation as well. So hopefully the papers have come home with all those times and reports and things like that. But if you have not seen those, now you have them in your hands. I want to recognize some people very quickly on stage. We have also the festival system here as well. And in both the junior high band and the senior high band, we had students participate in junior district band. So those that participated in junior district band, would you please stand? That's a day-and-a-half festival. I don't even remember. Where did we go? Gerard? Oh, Gerard. We went to Gerard. I was a PMEA president this year, and I went to every PMEA festival, chorus, orchestra, etc. So I can't remember where I was most of the time. So that was a good time for us. Then we have the district band festival system as well, and we had 4 students go to district band, or 3? 4? 4 students. So if you would stand up to be recognized, district band. And then 3 of those students continued on to region band, and so they're still standing. And you can see our senior Dylan back there. He's decorated with all his medals, which means he went to region band all 3 years. So big hand for Dylan back there. Students have participated in district jazz band, and that's an audition festival. And so we'll have our 2 tenor saxes stand up again. All 3, Shawnee, Dylan, and Lindsay were in the first band, which is quite an accomplishment for them to be able to get in on that. So excellent. Those 2 were our top 2 tenor saxes in the district all year, so they kept fighting with each other. So that was a lot of fun. Go ahead and have a seat. I want to make sure we recognize both of our seniors up here on stage. We already talked about Dylan, but we also have Kirsten up here. So seniors, would you stand in your final spring concert? Certainly thank you for your years of service and putting up with me for that many years. From 5th grade, that's 8 years. All right, thank you very much. I want to thank the senior high percussionists that helped us with junior high. It's really weird that we don't have drummers interested in band. I don't know what that is. Usually you have more drummers than you know what to do with and they drive you nuts. But we only had Brianna over there for junior high band. So thank you for the senior high for coming down for a few extra practices and their teachers for allowing them to sneak out. And the students that helped me move equipment. It looks so nice and neat up here, but it's a lot of work. And these are really, really heavy and really expensive and really tippy. So as you notice, there is no ramp to get them up on stage. So while they do get out of class, and I appreciate that, and they probably like that too, it's a lot of work. And so I'm very thankful for them and their help, both on Monday and tomorrow as we do that. All right, finally we'll play our final song. This is Stone Garden. And this is the song we'll also play for Memorial Day. In Norfolk, Virginia stands a monument to those that served our country. This memorial is like no other, and frankly could be missed even if one is standing next to it. A simple piece of land, the monument doesn't look special until we notice the letters. Letters written by human hands are seemingly scattered across the ground. These letters are penned by heroes to their loved ones, just in case they did not make it home. To walk the grounds of this monument is a special experience, and to read the final words of these heroes is a lesson in honesty, humanity, selflessness, and sacrifice. To my loving wife, well, if you are reading this, I guess I did not make it home, and therefore was not able to remind you again of how much I love you. Although I may not be here right now, take comfort in the fact that I am watching over you. I am not gone, and I will always be with you in spirit. I know this time must be hard for you, but I also know how strong you are. Never forget that our Creator knew what was best for us before we were even born. Take comfort in that. This happened for a reason. Although you may not believe it now, you will one day. Although it may seem like my life was cut short, I lived a life that most can only dream of. I married the perfect person. I have a beautiful daughter that amazes me every day. If you feel sad, just think back to the memories that we shared. Look at our daughter and how beautiful she is. Be strong for her. Remind her about her daddy. Tell her that I loved her more than anything else in the world. Her birth was the best day of my life, and she was the best thing that ever happened to me. Her smile and laughter represent all that is good and beautiful in this world. Tell her that Daddy's in heaven now, and will watch over her and protect her every minute of every day. I love you, my dear, but never be afraid to do what you need to do to be happy. It's so important that you continue to find happiness in your life. Although you may think this is impossible right now, have faith. Much better times are coming. You and our daughter have a wonderful life ahead of you, and I'm so happy to have shared some of it with you. I love you. Your loving husband and an American soldier. going through the four-generation band journey tonight. We hope you had a great evening with us. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.